Okay, so let's walk you guys through how to use motion. So if I want to use motion to change the speed of one of my clips, I'm going to select that clip, and then while I was editing, I had changed the speed to 50% on this clip so that I could, preview what it looked like in slower motion, but I want a better effect, so I'm going to use the motion software. So the first thing I need to do is select that clip and change the speed back to 100% before I send it to motion. So now you highlight that clip again and hit send to motion project. And I've already got a folder set up on my hard drive called motion, and I'm going to change the name of this to Sky Pan 50%. I'm just going to make the time of this 50% speed, so I'm going to hit save there. That's going to open the motion software. So the first thing I do here is I'm going to go into Edit Project Properties. And, oh no, cancel, that's not correct. Edit, no, that was correct. Edit Project Properties. Sorry, I'm going to change the frames here under General. So you see that the frame, this is 52 frames, so if I'm going to double that, I need to double the duration of the clip. So 52 times 2, 52 times 2 equals 104. So I'm going to change that to 104 frames. Hit OK here. Then I'm going to go over to Inspector up here. I want to make sure I've got this selected so that it shows up here. Inspector, then I'm going to go down to Timing, and I'm going to change the speed to 50%. And I want to make sure that this is going to get my whole clip for me, so sometimes you actually have to drag that triangle all the way over there. So 50%, and then the most important thing is I'm changing this now to optical flow. And you can see what happens is it's this little guy is rolling around down here. If you click on that, you can see how long it's going to take to do this retiming, which can take some time depending on how long your clip is. So I'm going to pause this until that's done so that you don't have to sit here and wait for me. Actually, one of the other things that I recommend is that you actually quit Final Cut Pro while it's doing this, because sometimes it gets a little bogged down there. So you can quit that and just open it back up. Just make sure you've saved anything. So I'll pause again until motion is done. All right, so once it's done doing its thing, you can actually preview it here if you're inclined to do so. But then, very importantly, you now need to export it, and I'm just going to save it right here in my motion folder. I'm going to export this. So it's just exporting the QuickTime movie. And there it is. I'm just going to close this. And just on a related note, if you open Motion and you have been doing a couple of projects, sometimes you might find that you get this strange black screen, so all you have to do is kind of close the window in front and some of the other windows are revealed. But at any rate, I'm not going to save this. I'm going to close everything because I exported what I needed. And you can see in my Motion folder, it is right here, my Sky Pan 50%. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to actually put that in my Final Cut Capture Scratch folder, so that Final Cut can find it when it needs it. You can see that my folders are becoming a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to go back and do this after the fact so that I can make a little more sense of it. But right now I'm going to just open Final Cut. Continue. Okay, so here's the bit that I want to replace. So you can see I've made a bin right here for my motion clips because I need to bring that new clip in. So I'll go into the Finder and then I'll go over to navigate to this. So this is the one I'm looking for, Skypan 50%. Bring that in here, close this. You can see here's my clip. So I'm actually just going to delete that one now and insert that in its place. And you can see that it's actually a bit of a smoother look in terms of the motion. The jerky camera work is another thing, but that's how you actually get the motion rendered clip into your timeline, and that's all there is to it.